let's have a look at sending statements to your customers. Now the statements option is hidden over here on this little chevron tab. Statement. Now Sage has set you up some stock types of statement here. The one I usually use, I think, is this one. So we'll just have a preview of a statement which, as we haven't selected any specific customers, will go out to all the customers on the list. But we could actually have selected, say, just the customers who've got an outstanding balance. We'll leave it on preview, although you do have the option to send it straight to the printer or save it as a file or an email. Leave it on preview. So we'll generate the report, and then this comes up with a criteria window which gives us the option to make further choices, such as a group of customers or one customer only, and the transaction dates we want to include in the statement. So I say OK to that, and this shows you the statement that Sage has already set up. Now this is actually designed to print out on a perforated statement, so that you've got, you usually have a perforation down the middle here, and the information shown on both sides, and when they pay you they tear off this side and attach their check and post it back to you, although obviously we're hoping that they're all going to pay us online because it's quicker and saves us bank charges. Anywho, here we can see that Sage has put the company name and address here. Now we set it up in our default company preferences to always show the company on stationery. If we unchecked that default, it wouldn't show on here. Okay, here's the customer's name and address and their account code. Obviously you can also buy Sage stationery to print things like statements out on, in which case it would actually be printed customer account here, date, so on. And here are the details of the outstanding items, and good old A1 Design Services. We're seeing that we've got 2 invoices, but there is actually a credit note there that wasn't allocated, so it would be a good idea to make sure that all your credit notes are allocated before you send a statement, otherwise you might confuse the customer, because in reality that credit knocks out that invoice. So the only thing that's outstanding, if we look at the bottom, is £58.75, but it would save confusion if we weren't showing either of those because we'd allocated them. Now just note that on the statement it says goods stroke services. We actually selected this in our customer defaults setup on the statements tab, which we deal with on a separate video. So that's what that particular statement would look like if you chose to run that and send it out to all your customers. And obviously this bit here is designed to go in a window envelope. These buttons at the top here are common to all the print preview windows, which means you can print from here, and you have some other choices as well. So we're going to close that because I'm not going to print that. Again, you can set up new statements from this screen. I actually usually find it easier to edit an existing one. So if you wanted to edit this to make it look more like the sort of thing you want to send out, if you click on edit, it'll take you into the report designer, which we've dealt with more fully in another video in this series. But essentially it shows you that you could change things like where this set of addresses appears here, or you could move that over, or you could decide that some of it, some parts of it want to be in bolder text, or move around the layout, and then you would save that with a new name, and it would appear on your list next time. But that's Report Designer, and that's in a separate video, so I'm just going to close that. Do you want to save the current report? No thanks, because I didn't actually do anything with it. Okay, so we're going to close the customer statements window, and that's dealt with sending statements to your customers.